loans we saw. I mean, it's apples and oranges, right? These are not the same kinds of loans as the HECM today.
Not even close, because those were balloon loans, and they were also they were loans that were required to be paid back to a greater degree, and the banks were worried that some of the farm prices were even falling, unlike now, and so they just foreclosed early to take it away so that the banks would not lose, and the banks ended up getting a lot of land that were in families sometimes for generations. So without question, that is something that was a very different scenario as apples and oranges, as you mentioned.
Yeah, very well said, and I think you make a great point here that the property that we're talking about is generally going to appreciate over the life of the loan, whereas that wasn't true or isn't true necessarily with farmland, where values could be a lot more volatile. Rose, I hope that helps to clear that up. Thanks for your call today. We're going to ask Carlin to stick around at least one more segment. Shirley coming to your way in Arkansas, Susan, Maryland. We'll get there as well. We'll be right back. We are grateful to Chessman Wealth Strategies for their support of faith and finance. Their mission is to help clients make smart choices with their money so they can worry less, enjoy life, and ultimately become good stewards of the resources God has entrusted to them. ChessmanWealth.com. That's ChessmanWealth.com. The phone number is 214-572-2120. Investment advisory services offered through CWM LLC, an SEC registered investment advisor.
Every weekday, strengthen your family and your faith with Family Talk.
I had the same brain when I was at the bottom of the class that I had at the top of the class. Exactly the same brain, but a different attitude. What does that tell us about our responsibility to develop the intellect of the people and our spheres of influence?
Don't miss Family Talk with Dr. James Dobson every weekday at 6:30 a.m. and 9:30 p.m. Central on AFR.
Are you a financial advisor or CPA seeking to build your practice on biblical wisdom? Not only does the Certified Kingdom Advisor education provide you with deep biblical insights, the CKA designation sets you apart. Each year, almost 50,000 people search for a Christian financial advisor. Join our community and share your expertise with clients looking for someone who shares their faith and values. Find more information at kingdomadvisors.com/getcertified.
God has entrusted his finances to you, and we at FaithFi have designed our FaithFi app to help you live, give, owe, and grow with that perspective. Our FaithFi app is the leading biblically based finance app. You can manage your money, get top biblical financial resources, and interact with a community of like-minded believers, where you can ask questions, get answers, and share what you're learning. Go to faithfi.com and click the word app to get started.
What we believe about the Bible is based on what we believe about its source.
The God Who Speaks, the award-winning documentary from the American Family Association, is now available in a special limited edition DVD set. This release includes a Sunday school curriculum and 2 hours of additional footage. Go to thegodwhospeaks.org to get your copy today. thegodwhospeaks.org.
Faith and Finance is grateful for support from Sound Mind Investing. For more than 30 years, they've offered financial wisdom for living well. SMI provides step-by-step guidance for do-it-yourself investors, from those just getting started to those getting ready for retirement. More information, including the short video webinar on profit and peace of mind, no matter what's happening in the market, is available at soundmindinvesting.org.
This is American Family Radio, a listener-supported ministry of the American Family Association.
Thanks for joining us here on Faith and Finance on American Family Radio. Coming up in the next segment, Bob Dahl stops by. Bob is a Wall Street veteran, a frequent contributor on Fox Business and CNBC. He's a Christ follower, and he joins us each week with his market commentary and analysis. The Dow Jones and the S&P recently hit all-time highs. We'll get Bob's take on what's going on in the markets, especially as we head ever so quickly toward the election. What's happening? Bob will weigh in on all of it. That's straight ahead. In the meantime, we're talking to Harlan Akala. Harlan's our good friend from Movement Mortgage. You can learn more at movement.com/faith, an underwriter of this program. Harlan is our reverse mortgage expert. He weighs in on this topic periodically. He's also written a book on the topic as well that you certainly can check out on Amazon and wherever you buy books. But in the meantime, we're taking your calls and questions. I may have room for one more specifically on reverse mortgages. If you have one, 800-525-7000. Before we go to Maryland, let's go out to Arkansas and welcome Shirley. Go ahead, Shirley.
Yes, thank you. I have never heard it addressed, but can one take out a reverse mortgage on a temporary basis? Suppose that, if I wanted to take it out for 2 years and then to go back to the regular mortgage, and then the second part of that payment would be if it was possible, and I could do that, do I repay the missed payments in a lump sum, or does that just get factored in the new payments?
Yeah, just a quick follow-up question, and we'll get Harlan to weigh in. So you have an existing mortgage now?
I do,
Okay.
and I can make my payments. I was just thinking about possibly redirecting some of those funds in a temporary fashion.
Got it. Yeah, Harlan?
Yeah, that's an excellent question, Shirley, and that really applies to literally millions of people right now in the United States. If you have a regular mortgage that you can afford to make mortgage payments on, you should simply convert it to a reverse mortgage, whether you plan to pay it off or whether you plan to not make payments, because the reverse mortgage has optional payments. You can pay if you wish, and if you don't want to, you don't have to. But you wouldn't just keep a reverse mortgage for 2 years. You might just pay it down to $100 to keep the line open, and that line will continue to be available, and you might need money in a year or 5 years or 10 years for long-term care like my parents. So you should just keep a reverse mortgage line of credit open that you can borrow if you wish, you can pay it down if you wish, and it's just always there. It just creates a certain amount of liquidity in the value of your house. If you pay the house off, you have to go get another mortgage, and that isn't, sometimes you can't qualify, sometimes money isn't available, sometimes it's the different rules. So it's just a good idea to have the reverse mortgage, and whatever, if you have a $100,000 line of credit and you're not using it, it costs you nothing. So very wise question, and you can hold the balance for 2-3 years, pay it down, pull some more money out, pay it back down, 100% up to you. Right now you have a mortgage that you must make a payment every month, and here it's optional. You can make a big payment, a little payment, or no payment at all, depending upon what your situation is and where else you want that money to go.
Shirley, does that clear that up?
Yes, it does clear it. I had no idea that was a possibility. I didn't expect that answer, but this is wonderful. And to get more information specifically would be better it would be wise to go through your company.
Yeah, well, I would at least connect with the team there and perhaps even Harlan directly. Movement.com/faith, Shirley, and they can reach out to you and walk you through all the mechanics of it. But appreciate your call very much. Oh yeah, let's do that. We'll send you a copy of the book, Shirley, just to read up on this so you understand more about these products. So why don't you hold the line and we'll get that in the mail to you, okay?
Sure, thank you.